Hi, welcome back to another video in Dubro 101. Today we're going to be talking about easy brakes. The easy brake system is really quite easy to install. It just takes a little bit of studying perhaps of the diagram and then playing with the pieces. It can seem a little finicky at first, but it's really not. And it's quite straightforward to install as well as adjust and set in your model. To get started, I'm going to pull you around here to my workbench and we'll work on installing this together. Alright, so with our entire package contents laid out on the board, we've got our diagram that we're going to follow along with the assembly instructions. And the first thing that we need to do is define the direction of wheel rotation. And I do that by setting the gear out and looking at where the wheel goes on. If this is pointing me in the face, then I know that I need to define the wheel rotation. So based off of how this will turn and how the spring is oriented, I know that this will be the front of the aircraft and the wheel will then be spinning this way as the airplane moves along. So then we have wheel rotation spinning this way, not this way. So we're going to use this assembly because there are a couple of critical components that we need to factor as we assemble. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take the main hub portion and we're going to slide it onto the axle and then clip it to the gear leg in place. And that's it. Next, we need to take our control line here that's for the brake itself, and we need to create a loop onto the spring. There are a few crimps included in the kit as well, and I'll show you just a basic way of doing a crimp. It's pretty straightforward per the diagram that's included, but I'll go through this dotted line arrow configurations just so that you fully understand. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is with my big fingers I'm going to thread the control line through the crimp very carefully so that it's sticking out the other side. Then I'm going to take the loop of the spring, put it through, and take the other end of the string, and then I'm going to thread it back through the same end of the crimp. So now with that in place, I'm going to take my end and rather than do anything with it or tie a knot, I'm just going to loop around and go through that same end of the crimp. Once that's done, I'm going to pull the string tight, make sure everything is set, and then set my crimp, and I'm done. Be a little wary of this portion because the string is pretty small and can potentially just be yanked through here, and that can cause some frustration. Just want you to be aware of that. Alright, so from here we are going to put the spring onto the main braking hub. Alright, so since we're looking at this diagram, the 8 points of the braking portion are going to be sticking out, and so therefore the ring portion needs to face that side like this to match the diagram. Then to get it over, we're just going to expand this little spring thing until it slips over. Doesn't take much. Make sure everything is lined up nicely and rotating freely. And notice that I've done this incorrectly. Just to show you that it's pretty easy to correct your mistakes. Not a huge deal. Just take your time, be patient. All right, so now we're ready. We're gonna put this on to our axle. And then per the diagram, this portion of the spring is going to latch onto this little piece of plastic. But we have this other little piece of plastic in the way. So, if wheel rotates as shown, remove this tab. We need to remove this tab. So we're going to remove that portion of the brake. And I'm just going to take my little needle nose pliers and break that off. Easy peasy. We'll slip our brake assembly back on. Now we need to focus on the line. The line tube is pretty straightforward. It's meant to be more or less a guide to make sure that the line doesn't get tangled in any way. You can drill a hole through your model if you need to, but there is a secure point down on the hub. Threading the line through the control tube can be a little bit finicky and tricky, but it's stiff enough, and if you just take your time and be patient and try not to force things along, it'll eventually get through to the other side. All right, so once you do get to the other side, you can finally pull the line through. Finally get to the easy part. All right, so once you have your line threaded through, you can take your Dubro wheel and it'll slide right onto these 8 knobs using the 8 spokes as holders for the brake assembly. And then from there, use your wheel collet and call it a day. All right, so you want to set your wheel up so that it spins pretty freely at first, under no tension, and that way you know that your wheel collet is set right, and from there you need to run your line all the way back to your brake servo. There are some pretty straightforward ways that you can assemble this and do your servo connections. Just follow the instructions. It's pretty straightforward. You want to make sure that you're connecting it. If you're going to connect it to an elevator, make sure you're connecting it to the down elevator position, and just make sure you plug in your battery for your model. If you have an electric model, again, make sure that you're safe and have the prop off before you do that, and then you can indicate which part of the servo you need to connect to. It might be the same side as your elevator connector. It may not. It just depends on how you have it wired. The kit supplies a basic clevis tool that you can screw together, and then use the same loop and crimp so that you have some adjustability of your braking system. All right, so the last little tip that I have for you, I'm going to turn this around, is that if you're going to set up these to be on the main gear of your airplane, an easy way to set this up is to try to have each of these loop portions of the spring part to face the rear of the aircraft. But from there, you're just gonna to see how they work. Pulling on this line moves the spring up, and it puts clamping force around that hub that we installed, preventing the wheel from turning. Well, that's really all there is to it, guys. It's a very straightforward installation, and it's pretty easy to maintain as well. If you have some just lithium grease for greasing your axles, that's what I use from time to time. Some people also use some Teflon lubrication as well, some like oil, some Teflon oil. That works really well for keeping your wheels nice and lubricated. I do not recommend that you lubricate the brake system itself. That will actually prevent you from braking at all. But you know, testing it out and playing with the brake system and setting things so that they're right on your model, That's part of the fun in exploring a new piece of hardware for your model. For any of your other hardware needs, make sure you check out Dubro.com. You'll be surprised of the wide variety of things that they have there for your models. And they ship really fast to you, and they have great customer support as well. Dedicated staff that is based here in the United States. I appreciate those hardworking men and women who supply my hobby needs every single day that I need them. I appreciate you stopping by the workshop today, and until next time, take care.